give me five, give me double time.
The SRA K&N Throwback Series came to the Brickyard. The Indianapolis Motor was made for 65 laps, and with 2 races left before the coffee to chase, points were starting to become a very valuable commodity. Nicholas Shelton was on the pole with Ariati in second, and as the field went to turn 1, Shelton catches the curbing and the grass, gets loose on the exit of turn 2, loses number 2 spot to Jesse Schwartz, but he will recover and continue on. And in fact, on the very next lap, number 2, he got by Schwartz and then makes a charge on the inside of Ariati for the race lead, and he would reclaim the top spot on lap number 2, and he would set sail. There would be problems further back in the field for Femi Ola as he was in a pack of a bunch of cars in turn 1. He gets a bit too high in the exit of the 1 and hits the outside retaining wall and collects Delonte Ballard, both of them with damage to their cars. No caution would come out as they would continue on. There's also no debris cautions. Then Alex Peck was battling for a top 5 spot with Bobby Zielinski and also Bobby Cheney. Peck gets a little squirrely number 2 and forces Zielinski to react. Zielinski would get to the inside and he would make the pass, entering turns 3 and 4. And then at lap number 16, Aaron Cummings' hard luck season would continue. He gets way too high in the exit, turn number 3, hits the wall, and goes for a violent crash in the inside wall. No caution would come out as he was off the racing service, but his tough season would continue. A couple laps later on, number 19, Ariati pits for the number 2 spot, looking to perhaps do an undercut and overtake Nicholas Shelton as green flag pit stops would begin. And that strategy would work. He would get the lead from Shelton to exit turn 2, but he was caught with a penalty on pit road and he would relinquish the lead a lap or 2 later on. And then Nicholas Carreso on number 27 gets loose out of 4, cranks it hard to the right and goes bang into the pit wall. His day was over, but no caution would come out. Due to the smaller field for the race and also so the fact that this track is so big and also green flag pit stops and really spread the field around, Nicholas Shelton was once again doing his dominant ways early on. And then lap number 50, Mark Newland was running outside the top 10 when he gets loose and spins out of turn 2, and that was during the second cycle of green flag pit stops, and that benefited Nick Northrup, who was in the lead and doing a long stint. But as the field would come for their pit stops, Nicholas Shelton would actually win the race off of pit road, with Northrup in the number 2 spot, Bobby Zielinski in 3rd. And as they got the restart, Shelton gets a great jump on Northrup and get the lead in the exit turn number 1 and 2, as they would be battling hard positions behind him. But then a few laps later on, Connor Anton gets hit by Alex Peck entering turn number 1. And he would get loose in front of Peck. He did hold on to it, but then Peck goes to the outside and he just hooks Anton and he goes spinning hard in the inside wall. The wreck collects David Schutt and also Bobby Cheney, who both also go flipping over side for side as the caution would come out with about 7 laps to go. And with that caution coming out, the leaders would make pit stops. Well, almost all of them. Bobby Zielinski, Ariati, and David Schutt all take 2 tires, but Nick Northrup and Delonte Ballard would stay out, setting up a final run to the finish on lap number 62. Northrup gets a big jump on Delonte Ballard. Bobby Zielinski goes to 2nd. Ariati would then go to 3rd, and then the fight was on for the win as they would be 4 cars in a line and coming to the white flag for the final line. Zielinski goes to the inside. Northrup drives him down towards the wall, trying to defend the inside line. Zielinski got a corner, but Northrup drives it in deep and just holds off Zielinski to go for turns 1 and 2. They will remain single file. Coming out of turn 4 on the run to the stripe. Zielinski goes to the outside of Northrup, who defends the inside line. He tries to get a draft down, but it won't be enough, and Nick Northrup gets the win over Bobby Zielinski, Nicholas Shelton, and Ariati in a very close finish. The final results were Nick Northrup, Bobby Zielinski, Nicholas Shelton, Ariati, top 4, then Kyle Puss, Delonte Ballard, Eric Sable, Jared Darling, Mark Newland, and David Shutt rounding out the top 10. And the point standings would mean Ariani leads by 51 over Kyle Puss, Delonte Fowler 66 back, against Eric Siebel, Jesse Schwartz, Bobby Zielinski, Bobby Cheney, Nick Norfolk, Nick Squaresoul, and Jared Darling, the top 10.
Hey, Pac-Man's back and everyone's feeling it. What do you got? Ooh. Nice try. Real graceful. That ain't it. Weak. Is that all you got? Pac-Man World 2. Rated E for everyone.
The SRA Slick Daddy Gen 6 series would then come to the Bristol Motor Speedway under the night configuration for their 9th race of the season. Same deal was applying with points being a valuable commodity, and the race's big moment would happen on the very start. It was Jonathan Shipman and Femi Olat on the front row, along with Ariani, Eric Sable, and Jared Dine in the top 5. But as they go into turn 1, maybe not code or maybe not, Shipman gets into Olat, who slides in front of a bunch of cars and causes a huge pileup on the exit turn number 2. The wreck would include the returning Brett Boncari, Lachlan McMillan, Nicholas Caressel, Delonte Ballard, Riley Wyans, among others in this pileup on the very start of the race. Not the way most people wanted their night to go. And after that wreck, lap 29, Johnson was leading and he had a bunch of pressure from Ariani. Ari took a couple looks on the inside of him throughout the run, but Shipman would hang on onto the lead for quite a long time. Further back behind him around lap number 53, there's a 4-car fight for the 4th spot between Eric Sable, Dylan C. Jones, Jared Darling, and Bobby Cheney. Jones and Sable would both do a little bit of wall kissing, and Jones would also fall out of the race later on with some mechanical or other issues. And then lap number 64, there was problems for Jonathan Shipman. He was passing the lap car of David Shutt, but the back end slowly comes out on him. He makes a great save to not hit anything, but he loses the lead and a few other spots in the top 5 as well. But then a couple laps later, in the exit turn 4, David Shutt hits the outside wall and hooks the race leader, Ariani, both going into the outside wall, and that would produce the second caution of the race as a result. Jared Darling would inherit the lead on the next restart, and then on number 78, he was in a fight with Jonathan Shipman for the lead, but again, it's turn 1, he gets bumped by neck code or something else, and he goes into the outside wall. He loses the lead second and third, and Darling wasn't a happy camper about that issue. Then lap number 94, Josh Robin gets loose on the exit for the same way Shipman did, but this time he was just as lucky not to hit anything, makes a great save to not hit anything. He was spinning the inside of 1 and 2, and the third caution of the race would come out. And then the next problem for the number 2 car would be Colton Davis. He hits the wall in turn 3, makes a great save, but the damage would be too much for him, and he'll be forced to pull out. He was done for the day. And then Freddie De La Rosa was catching Jonathan Shipman, got into an issue with Lachlan McMillan in the wrong spot, spins him off too. No caution would come out, but he loses the second spot to Jared Darling. But De La Rosa would keep his head down. He got back by Darling at 166, gets inside of Shipman off 4, right up tight, and uses the lap car David Shutt as a pick, and he would take over the race lead in the exit of turn number 2. And the battle was not done as they were trying to squeeze by Shutt. Shipman would then get a run on a exit of turn 4, and then he would try to make the move back in turn 1 on De La Rosa. He could not get the run off, and then would make contact with David Shutt, who followed that with connection problems. And that would be the winning pass as Freddie De La Rosa would go on to lead the rest of the way and get his second win of the SRA Slick Daddy Gen 6 Series season at the Bristol Motor Speedway. Your final results were Freddie De La Rosa, Jonathan Shipman, Eric Sable, Bobby Cheney, Jared Darling, Ariani, Josh Robin, Cody Miller, Aaron Cummings, and Jonathan Cogswell were around the top 10. And in the point standings, it would B, Bobby Zielinski, Liam Connor, Anton by 18, Ariani 49 back, and there's David Shutt, Gerard Darr, Delonte Ballard, Bobby Cheney, Dylan C. Jones, Eric Siebel, and Femi Owen and Zedric Hunter are tied for 10th.